It's Week 7 of the NFL. And this defense...
Well, this weather is not cooperating as we're set to go. And we're off and running from Landover. Jamison Crowder on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Well, here he comes. Here comes the Heisman Trophy winner from a season ago, and what a show he put on, man. He was a stat stuffer. Over 1,100 yards rushing. Looked a lot like Lamar Jackson did back in the day in college. And oh, by the way, 40 touchdowns passing, too. You know why this Washington organization took him so high in this draft. They want him to be Lamar Jackson. They want him to be dynamic. And he's going to get his career off and running.
Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Completes this one to Jahan Johnson. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Slot man motioned over. Got his target at Zacchaeus. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackle made by Dane Jackson. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Again, Daniels to the air. On target to his man Zacchaeus. And he's able to get this down to the 13. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Now it's a bootleg for him. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
And looks like the Panthers are in the dime. Yep, ton of DBs out there. 3rd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Getting out to his left. And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. On for the field goal now. Here's Rodrigo Blankenship. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. Up and good from Romo. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. And it'll be their 2nd-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
And even if he's still pretty early in his career, we know he is perfectly comfortable and settled into this spot as the be-all, end-all for this offense. Every time you take the field as a quarterback, you know you're gaining experience. You're getting more comfortable in the role. And as he goes forward, he tries to learn and take something away from each and every one of these moments.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
On the option, they give it to Brooks. A lot of grass ahead. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Pass play now. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down. Straight ahead, here's Brooks. And he's brought down after a short gain. Looks like a pickup of 2, and now they've got 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. No return on that punt. And the Commanders will go on offense. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That pass caught by Johnson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, it's Daniels. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now they send their back in motion right. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Panthers pick this one up. And Carolina makes the house call. Touchdown! The Panthers capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Panthers take a 4-point lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So that connection for a first will bring us to the time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
A great play defensively. They forced a loss despite the penalty, and they just went ahead and declined it. Now Daniels off the play action. He's taken down. The Panthers rush gets home. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete. It's McLaurin. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. And this one sails out, no return on the punt. The Panthers and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And as we work our way through this regular season, you can see he's currently sitting in the top 5 of the league in passing. They'll throw on 1st. Ligette's got it. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Finds a man. Deontay Johnson has it. And it's a nice little chunk here. 6 yards. Derek Forrest able to make the stop. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Carolina in pump formation. Jamison Crowder back deep for the Commanders. And he drives this into the pouring rain. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The Commanders set to take over. 1st and 10 around Robinson. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jack Thompson finishing that play off. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Another carry for Robinson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Throwing now, Daniels. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's Daniels. Jump off caught by his back. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line. Daniels throwing on 3rd. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. On 1st down, here's Eckler. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Now Daniels to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Daniels back to throw. It's taken in by Eckler. On for the field goal now. Here's Rodrigo Blankenship. This from 40 on the right hash. Up and good from Romo. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Panthers set to take the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we have been seeing so far in this opening half Well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet. I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Gets this to Sanders. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Has a man. It's Brooks. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. That's complete till he gets. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Bails out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Here we go. Run.
Another try following the sack. And he has a gain of 4 on the run, which runs us up to the 2-minute warning. Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. Johnny Hecker on now to punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. Got his target, it's Zacchaeus. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. 1st and 10 from the 41. Again, Daniels to the air. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Brought in right side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Daniels on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a 48-yard look for him. Up and good from Romo. And they've taken back the lead. Not a big window for those halftime speeches. They're right back out of the locker room and set to resume play with the 3rd quarter. He'll take this at the 10. And look at this return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. Carolina ready to get things started on offense to begin the 3rd. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Flushed out of the pocket. He breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Play made by Deron Payne. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Complete beyond the marker. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. This is reeled in by Leggett. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. Connects with Hubbard. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Jeremy Chin there on the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. While that play was going on, we see that one of their teammates shaken up on the play. Not quite sure what happened, but they're out there to tend to him. All right, set now, 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. Legette's got it.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly...
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So out now comes the punter. Johnny Hecker, the one to send it away. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. On 1st down, here's Daniels. That's incomplete left side. Now is Terry McLaurin on the target. And it's going to be 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Throw complete to Eckler. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. Back now, pressure on its way. This is hauled in by McLaurin. Keeps it moving. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders push their lead further to start the half. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Commanders push the lead to 2 scores now. Blankenship all set for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And look at this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Throwing from the gun. That's going to be cut by Mingo. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Sending a receiver left. From the 41. Got a man. It's Thomas. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Receiver in motion, headed right. Here's 2nd and 11. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. He's dropping back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's gotten the get. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. This is Brooks heading left. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Running the toss here to Brooks. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Oh, he loses the football. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. And after that last-second score in the 3rd, we'll resume play with a kickoff. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Crowder with a return here. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Commanders headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, Right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
On second down, Robinson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.